Hello, hello, you beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. We talk all things life, love, spirituality, love attraction, and all of that juicy goodness. And in this video, we're going to talk about why you feel like your life is so incredibly hard. And I always say the harder your life is, the higher your mission is, meaning that you are this badass soul that chose to go through struggle after struggle after struggle to finally wake up, to not choose it anymore, and then to realize, oh man, what can I do with this now? Now that I've seen myself experience some horrific things, or maybe I've done some horrific things, how can I make it better? How can I spend the rest of my life being of service with these experiences to transform myself and to transform other people? So if you are sitting there watching this right now, if you found this video, you have been through it. And I'm here to tell you that it was perfect. Your soul chose it. And I know you might not want to hear that. I know there's some really, really horrific stories out there, with abuse and childhood abuse and sexual abuse and physical abuse and all these different ways that we can be hurt. And we can just feel like our soul has just been crushed in so many ways. But at some point, I believe that maybe you had some sort of soul contract, and maybe your angels and guides were saying, hey, like, are you sure you want to go and experience all these lessons in this one lifetime? That's a lot to take on. And your soul was like, yeah, I'm doing it. Let's do it. And then, you hit a certain age in this lifetime and you're like, I'm done. Check me out. I can't handle this anymore. Why did I sign up for this? On my journey, I have spent so many years crying, screaming, hating my reality. It's been so painful. So painful, you guys. And I feel you. I feel you if you've been going through it too. It has been so incredibly painful that I wanted to leave so many times. But the work that I do now is so worth it. It is so worth it. And you're just like me. If you've manifested this video and you're watching it right now, you are just like me. This is not the end. Do not give up. You chose to come here. You chose to experience the pain, and now it's time to use it for good. And, finding that avenue of how to bring it to the world in the most fun way is the mission. Getting through it, like I can't even tell you, like the last 3 years have been so hard for me, doing my mission, feeling so fulfilled, but also being like, man, I thought the grief of losing my daughter and the pain from my childhood and just constantly living in survival and just never having one human being next to me saying, Michelle, you're doing a great job. I love you, or hugging me, or cooking me a meal. I just haven't had that my whole life. And it's my turn. It's my turn to have it. And I'm calling it in. And I want that person that will put a blanket on me while I'm sleeping, or will cook that meal, or draw a bath for me. Like, I freaking deserve it. And I'm okay without it. I can do it for myself too. But the pain and the struggle is purposeful, right? It is there because it has now given you such a toolkit that makes you different from everybody else. And you're meant to be sharing it because you're meant to help other people remember their mission so that they don't check out. And it is hard. And I'm not diminishing anybody's experience and comparing. What you've been through is hard. And it might feel like it's still continuously happening because even with me, even though I'm on my mission doing what I'm meant to be doing, I still feel the pain of the past. And I still feel like it's really, really hard. And I know that the second half of my life is going to be filled with laughter and joy and playful energy and continuously attracting people that want to support me. When all of those years prior to this time, I was not supported. And a lot of me pushed that away. A lot of my trauma pushed that away. A lot of me self-sabotaged it because I didn't feel worthy of it because of maybe past decisions or whatever. And I just was in so much pain and grief alone that it almost felt impossible. But if I didn't experience that pain, I wouldn't be creating this video right now. I wouldn't be able to empathize with what you're going through. And I don't know who's watching this right now. I don't know your specific story, if it's grief, if it's being homeless, being abused, sexual trauma, whatever it is, just know that you can endure it. You can hold it, take it, transmute it, and use it for good and share a message like I'm sharing right now. So, this is your call to action. I am poking a button on you right now saying, where are you? Get your face out there. Get your face on YouTube. Get your voice on a podcast. Share your story. People need to know your struggles because for so long you sat alone and cried and nobody knew that you were suffering and you were upset that nobody cared. But guess what? Now we're taking our soul mission seriously and we're saying, okay, if my soul chose to experience that pain for so long by myself or being abused by somebody else, now it's my time to share my story and to really feel the benefits of helping somebody else come out of their story, right? We don't want to stay in the sadness of our story. We want to witness it, honor it, feel it, say, wow, I chose to experience this. Let me just honor it for a second and not diminish it, but also not stay in the woe is me. We're going to get out of the victimhood and then we're going to use it for good. And we're going to motivate people to come out of their story. And we're going to motivate people to sit with their pain and to love themselves and say, it's okay that I went through that. I forgive myself or I forgive that person. I chose it. And now I love who I am. I love who I am. I love who I am. And that should be your driving factor when you wake up in the morning is you're like, all right, I have a mission. I went through all of that and I did not go through all of that to sit and do nothing about it. I'm going to share my experiences. I'm going to share the lessons that I learned. There's a girl in my Awaken Your Magic group who just started her YouTube channel and she wants to reach young 20 something or teen girls and her channel is kind of like letters to her younger self. So she's teaching about topics that she wished somebody would have taught her. And one of the videos is all about how rejection is redirection. So if somebody's rejecting you, that could have been a big pain that was caused for you guys. Maybe it was a divorce, or maybe getting 3 divorces, or feeling so rejected and cheated on by somebody. Realizing the lesson of, okay, that's a redirection. I'm not supposed to be with this person. This was a lesson learned. I attracted it for a certain reason. Now I'm going to teach about it. And she's teaching about it. And she started her channel and she's using her voice. And this is what I'm calling all of you guys to do in this video. I see your pain, I see your struggle, and it has been hard, but let's move out of it. And now let's take it and hone it and transmute it and throw it back out into the world in a different form, in a form of light, in a form of energy where you're throwing that ball of light towards every person that's watching your content. And now they're absorbing it and saying, ooh, I can keep going. I can wake up tomorrow because I have this juice now, because I am somebody. And I chose to go through this hard thing, not to stay in the suffering of it or the pain of it, but to understand it. And if you don't want to forgive it, you don't have to, but to understand it is important to see how it's playing a role in who you're going to be in the second half of your life. And you're making the choice. I am motivating you all right now. You are making the choice to step out of the victimhood and to choose to live a life filled with joy. You're not going to keep attracting the same people that are hurting you. You're saying no more. And I was just on a client call the other day and I guided my client to take a look at her phone and to see who's been messaging her. And she identified that there's a few people that are messaging her that make her feel out of control. They make her feel like they have power over her. And if she doesn't respond, it's like, they persistently keep texting. And so she blocked them. And she literally cut them out of her reality. And this is her choosing her joy. If the universe is taking a helicopter view and watching you suffer throughout your day or feeling powerless in somebody else's energy, it's saying, stop choosing this. And my phone just lit up as I said that. You're stopping it. You're not choosing it. You're blocking that person. You're taking your power back because this is mirroring how people had power over you as a child. And at one point, we have to realize we are sovereign beings and we are not going to be manipulated and we're not going to be controlled because that keeps us in that pain loop. And we have to step out of it. We have to choose ourselves. And sometimes it takes having a hard conversation with somebody. Sometimes that means blocking somebody and not getting mad if somebody's blocking you either. Let them leave your reality. See ya. Bye. I'm elevating. You're not coming with me. But a lot of us are choosing suffering and we don't even know that we're choosing it. So by allowing people to message you who have power over you, you're choosing that. So you have to get really real with yourself and say, who am I allowing into my field? No more. And you really get strong and you let that inner child stand up strong and say, I'm not taking this abuse anymore. I'm not settling. I want better for myself. You're not going to have power over me anymore. And using your voice too. It's super, super important. So I'm sending you all so much love. I hope this video just lit a fire under your ass and is helping you get out there and continue your mission. What you've been through is hard. And I love you and I'm hugging you so tight, and I'm hugging myself too, because I know the years of pain that I've been through alone and still. But it's worth it because now I get to help you and you're going to help somebody else. And we have to keep passing that torch. Okay? So like, comment, subscribe, help me get this message out there to more people. I'm sending you so much love. Thank you for supporting me and my channel all this time, through my lonely days, through my sad days. You guys are OGs and I just don't know what I would do without you. All right, lovies, have a wonderful day. Peace out.